Get them shackles off him. Poor son can't eat proper.
Dunno. Not sure I like that. What if he runs for it? He's worth a heap of coin.
Ah, bollocks. Been holding him a week, hasn't tried a thing. Why he up and bolt now? Matter of fact, got to thinking. What did a sweet, gentle chap like him do to get the Queen of Zerrikania so riled?
She's a shrew, that's what. Queen and witch in one. Worst of both worlds.
Enough about her. What do you say to one more of your tales? While we toss down some cards.
Ah, why not? And since you mentioned one queen... The year 1267. War hung in the air, its scent palpable. The mighty empire of Nilfgaard stood poised, greedily eyeing the northern realms just across the Yaruga. In light of the threat, the realm sovereigns met in summit. They made declarations, pledged fraternal assistance, forged alliances, and then, in good spirits, dispersed. Among them, Neve, Queen of the Twin Realms Lyria and Rivia. Know the name? Heard her beauty extolled? Justly so. Remarkable she was. Not for her graceful exterior, but for her persistence and courage. Where was I? As the Queen and her retinue neared her capital, Count Caldwell appeared. In Neve's absence, the Count was to have helped her son, the youthful Prince Willem, run the Twin Kingdoms. Caldwell had clearly ridden hard. Drops of perspiration dangled from his whiskers, his neck red and chafed from a ruff, starched stiff.
Hail, Your Majesty! Delighted to see you in good health. The summit, it ended fruitfully, I hope?
Yes, at its end, letters were exchanged, documents signed. Paper. Time will tell of what value. That will suffice as cordialities go, Caldwell. Tell me what's happened, for I sincerely doubt sheer longing prompted you to ride out.
Indeed, Your Grace. Another circumstance inspired me to do so. The strays of Sparla, the bandits, I was to tend to during your Grace's absence. The situation's gotten out of hand, I fear.
Steady, Caldwell. Come now. Deep breath. All right. Speak. What has happened? Be precise.
As your Grace ordained, I set out and was nipping at the bandits' tails for long. We pursued for weeks, until scouts returned, having sighted the strays' camp in the forest near Lochran. We waited for nightfall, to surprise them as they slept. Alas, it proved a ruse. We found the tents empty, straw-stuffed dummies round the fire. Soon, we learned that as we waited for the sunset, the strays had snuck away, rounded our positions and ridden to Hawksburn.
I beg your pardon, my lord. The tax collectors. That is where they station.
So the gold? All of it?
It's stolen, your Grace, but I shall do all in my power to recover it. This I vow, if it be your Grace's wish.
After weeks in the saddle, your Grace's wishes are modest. A hot bath and a night's sleep in her own bed. Yet, they shall have to wait. I must look personally to this matter. Your force, Caldwell, I will now command. You... send a herald to Hawksburn. They must prepare for the Queen's arrival. Air the rooms, dust off the porcelain. Make certain they do it. Do you see now, Reynard? I believe I foretold it would be thus. My son wasn't ready in the least to rule an entire country.
I confess, Prince Willem has much to learn yet.
Yes. And very little time.
Oh, I thought it were bandits riding in.
They stretched her over a fire till she told them where she buried her gold.
Rather die than tell him she would. But I know where she kept it. Sit tight. Sketch it out for you. The strays, they're called, Your Majesty, because they bite something nasty and bay as if by the moon possessed. The strays, they're called, Your Majesty, because they bite something nasty and bay as if by the moon possessed.
Count Caldwell rode at the column's head, scanning its flanks with a wary eye that, despite his advanced age, proved very sharp indeed.
Your Majesty! Bandits! There! At the tree line!
The Count's footmen, unaccustomed to escorting their queen, sought to shield her with their bodies and assumed a tight formation to do so. They were promptly knocked aside as Meve charged headlong at the bandits, brandishing her blade and bellowing a ferocious cry.
Attack! Charge!
Alrighty, man. I appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Hope y'all have a fast and safe trip up there. And a lovely time up there, and a fast and safe trip back. And a fast and safe trip everywhere else up there. See how this goes, and then I'll determine whether or not I just want to skip battles. I'm at least going to try it out. Let me see how it goes. Hey, Jubug, how's it going, man? Okay, alright, man. Okay, man. Take it easy. Take a nap while the kids are driving. Alright, man. Adios.
Thing about slings, they hide well.
To attack the Queen? An outrage!
Your Grace, the men await. You must lead to begin the attack.
Ballista, your command.
Clean out people who you subscribe to. What happened? Did you have some type of problems with them? Or they just started putting out content you care for, or... Oh, okay. That's cool. Oh, okay. So...
What? Who dares?
Armor ward, sir.
The strays took tail and run!
I shall teach you to respect the crown, you dogs!
Hey?
Look out! Seek cover! We are bombarded!
Salt of the earth, they are, Your Grace. They'd follow you into fire.
I wish I'd listened to that.
Yes! Our victory is assured! Sound the horns! May they sing praises of this triumph for ages!
Battle's not yet done. It is better to conserve our strength. Prepare for a strike that will prove decisive. Battle formation! Protect the Queen!
Ever have a stone knock out one of your teeth?
Aye. Should have listened to me old lady.
I've hit the white of an eye from half a league away.
Oh, well, maybe he did, especially knowing his age.
I congratulate you on your latest victory, Your Grace. The bandits stood not a chance.
I don't think I really did anything in that round. Oddly enough.
Matters seem indeed to have gotten out of hand, to put it mildly.
Meve said, arms crossed atop her shining breastplate.
They've grown bold. Doubtless after the raid on the manor, the tax collectors. I've not heard of an ambush on the high road afore.
Caldwell explained, avoiding his liege's wrathful gaze.
Enough, Caldwell. We must put things right. Come!
The Queen's retinue set out, cavalry in front, infantry and arbalists close behind, and, following in the rear, the bandits, bound in chains.
Yeah, I guess so. Seems to me like they may need to do more than that.
I do adore this prospect.
Yes. Lyria, the Pearl of the North. With its hills and dales. Why, its beauty matched only by that of its queen.
After 3 weeks in the saddle, I've my doubts, Count. We shall pitch camp here. Our soldiers need respite. A spell of it they deserve.
I really think that if I'm not really going to bother with the battles in this, I'm not really going to bother with that section. But I don't know. I'll see how it goes for me. Maybe every once in a while I want to give it a shot. Hey, yo, Death Reaper. How's it going, man? How you doing? Welcome back to another stream. Oh. Huh. I'll do that. I just woke up. Yeah, I understand, man. I got up probably an hour ago myself. I usually go to bed around like 2 or 3, because I've always been a person who would stay up late, but since I work in the evenings, I get off at like 10:30 at night, so you know, it takes me a bit for me to wind down, and then I finally head to bed. I'll usually sleep till about 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. Let's see. It's not Mitch. These aren't. I'll check those at a later point then.
A bit of respite, Reynard.
Yes. But if you've any new orders, Your Grace, I can be ready at any...
At ease, Reynard. At ease. Don't you find it wearisome sitting alone? Wouldn't you prefer another's company? Swapping tales with the innkeep, even?
Your concern, I most appreciate, Your Grace. But I prefer silence.
Has it always been thus with you? Ever a man apart?
Quite the contrary, Your Grace. As a youth, I gloried in company, delighted in conversation.
Of course, we know that this is a game that came out before the horrendous launch of Cyberpunk, so...
So what was it that changed you?
Since CD Projekt Red also did this as well.
That delight nearly cost me my head. But do you truly not know the tale, milady? How I came to be your departed husband's aide?
I don't, but would gladly hear it.
I had but 20 winters behind me when I enlisted. Yet I was granted the rank of lieutenant from the start, not by merit, but by birth. The respect of veteran officers, both my peers and seniors, that they could not grant. Nor did I deserve it. To earn that respect became my driving aim, and to seem wise beyond my years, I began spouting off about the King's decisions. This maneuver Reginald botched, that he failed to think through, and yet elsewhere he'd blundered like a schoolboy.
Well, a brilliant strategist Reginald was not. They dubbed him the Courageous, not the Cunning, for good reason, I dare say.
It was not long before I was clanking about in shackles. Another officer had reported me. I was charged with lèse-majesté. The court-martial took but a quarter of an hour to deliver verdict and sentence. I was guilty of treason, and the noose awaited me. But Reginald first stayed the execution, then ordered that I repeat every word I'd uttered about his person or deeds. Soaked with sweat, my voice cracking, I did as he ordained. Reginald listened, raptly and silently, and when I'd finished, he declared I was right. He then appointed me his personal aide. A clever lad like you, I can always use at my side.
Indeed. Though hardly sharp himself, wisdom in others Reginald both recognized and heeded.
It was then I swore two things. Firstly, never again to wag my tongue like a fool. Secondly, never to betray his trust.
And you never did. Know what he told me moments before he passed? Trust none of them, Neve. Save Reynard. The old sod was right about that, at least. I thank you for sharing that tale, Reynard. Truly. Alas, I've come to fear Willem might simply not be cut out to be a king, let alone a good one.
A harsh judgment, Your Grace. Let's not be hasty. The prince is but 16 summers to him.
And is thus fully grown. The crown he should be able to bear at his age.
I wonder why it is why they've always picked out seasons when it came to stuff like this. Basically, it's like they were telling the person's age, but they were stating the season as well, and I'm wondering if that has to do with the season that they were born in.
Yet I left the land in his care for but a few months, and look what's become of it. Bandits roam and loot unchecked.
We might yet learn of mitigating circumstances. Events beyond his control.
Would that it were so, Reynard. Would that it were so. Elsewise, we must hope Ansaeus will demonstrate more wit than his brother. Though I see little chance of that, either. It's time I attended to other matters.
The Grey Rider. Who that? Oh, hey, look, it's the CD Projekt Red bird up there. I'll tickle him the whole time.
Worked in a mess once that served no meat, not even sausage. Weren't long before the men rioted. What can I pour you, milady? Vizima's finest? Or a nice Redanian bitter? Oh, quiet in here. Not at all like the Airy Bear. Milady, they're an Odrin in our ranks. Man calling himself that ran up quite the tab last night, then disappeared with nary a trace. Ah, if a troubadour paid us a visit, wouldn't that be something? Imagine Master Dandelion performing here. Worked in a mess once that served no meat, not even sausage.
Oh, okay. Nah. I don't think that there would be anything else.
Yes, Your Grace?
No, wait a minute. I don't want to do that.
It's time I attended to...
I was just trying to see if there was anything else around here for me to poke and prod at. Okay. It's a nice map. Sorry folks, dealing with a cold. Holy guacamole. I don't see any like it would have been larger than that was. Really like the music. Of course, I've always been a sucker for those older medieval style, old world orchestrated tunes. Really gorgeous.
Is this what I pay taxes for? To be robbed along the high road, and in broad daylight, no less? Were it not for mandatory merchant routes and stacking rights, why, I'd have gone round, through Sodden. They told me, Lyria's a wild land, lawless, chaotic, damn disgrace. They told me, Lyria...
Okay, so I saw in the review about talking to characters at least several times over, so... What is this?
Gods have mercy. Whatever is this filth?
Necrophages. Drawn here by blood scent.
For such vile monstrosities to prowl the high roads of my realm. I won't allow it. Attack!
Okay, I guess it's gonna take me through all the little bits of the things of dealing with the card game first before I can actually start skipping it.
Fog in broad daylight, with the heat positively sweltering. Have we to do with some manner of sorcery?
We shouldn't exclude the possibility, my lord. And great caution we must exercise.
Kind of really wish they just would have made this a turn-based game in terms of like how a turn-based JRPG would be and not a card-based one. But, oh well. They were trying to steal right off of the quote-unquote success of Gwent. I heard a lot of people were actually playing that game in Witcher 3. I'm like, dude, I don't want to sit in a tavern playing a card game the whole time when I got a whole world out there to explore. But to each their own. I guess apparently from what I know, they also ended up making a full-blown physical version of it too. So, that's something.
Raymond, what is this? Some spectre? A strigger?
I can't be sure, Your Grace. It's the first I've seen of any such... thing.
Arbalist to your command.
I don't know why it's telling me to hold down the triangle button.
These carrion eaters. I know them. Appeared on my estate last spring, enticed by the corpses of those of my sheep that fell. Harmless at first. Until, that is, they fill their guts. Seemed to become quite powerful then.
Of one of your units. Oh, someone was on there, so...
Fearsome they look, true. But they bleed just as we do. Onward! Slay the filth!
Aye.
So fortunate we routed the beast before they had a chance to gorge.
I think it's really just showing me how the battle's gonna go first before I actually get into the thick of things.
I'm a man, sir.
Your Grace, yet more come.
They fill their bellies, ma'am. This doesn't bode well. Oh no, not well at all.
Ah, should have listened to me old lady.
Strong as steers they've grown. And they show no fear.
Frenzied, my lady. It's bloodlust. They lose all instinct to survive, feel no pain whatever. I've witnessed this before.
Your Majesty, we must give ground. Fall back. We can't win. Must minimize our losses. My queen, there is no shame in ceding the field when fortunes turn sour.
Victory must be ours now. We shall not retreat. Arms at the ready. Attack! Look there! Yet another abomination.
Oh, that stench. My salts. Where are my salts?
Yeah, dude, this is getting a little crazy. I probably definitely don't really want to maybe mess with this too much, but I'll play around with it and see.
Discipline shall bring us victory!
One boat's all I need.
The beasts hadn't a chance against us. Victory is ours.
Well, obviously that ain't gonna be going anywhere. Except in my pocket. Ugh. Let's see, what time is it? I wonder why the music isn't playing anymore. What the heck is up with that?
Many trees we felled, my lady. Might you have need of them? So, take whatever your heart desires.
Nice.
They call themselves strays? Well, we'll treat them like strays. We build a bridge, brick by brick. A one, a two, the pillar grows thick. To near no bandits here. Not surprising neither, for we'd chase them off with our hatchets, we would. To near no bandits here.
Okay, so that dude basically said 4 things. Well, I guess I'll just keep talking until they keep repeating themselves. That'll work out okay. I just don't understand why the music disappeared. Ah, fast travel. Nice. Oh, they look just like the signposts in Witcher 3. Well, now we got some sound effects going on.
The masks they wear. Have you seen them? They've fangs, snouts, horns. Like a right proper nightmare. Your Majesty, I beg of you, thrash them bandits, please. Scared to step out into me own fields, I am. To raise an hand against the Queen. These hounds hold nothing sacred. Thank you for listening to this tired bag of bones. Folk haven't lent an ear to old Poppy in a long while. Please take this for the road.
Yeah.
Milady, the masks they wear. Have you seen?
Okay. Yeah, I'll get that in a second. Okay. Saving the game here, and I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. I really don't want to, but, yeah, I have to go to work in, like, an hour and a half, something like that. Got to leave for it, so I need to get something to eat, chill out for a bit, all that stuff before I head to work. But I'll probably be back again tonight and may stream this a little bit. But anyways, digging it so far. The $6 on PlayStation Store. It's been one of those games I've kind of been looking forward to trying out for a while, and it finally reached a price point where I wanted to give it a shot because all the other aspects interested me. It was just the fact of dealing with the whole card aspect that kind of got to me. But we'll see how that goes as time wears on. And I'm definitely digging the music in this too. So, anyways, I appreciate everybody coming out to the live stream and checking out the archive version. And I will go ahead and end this like I always do. Later, taters.